having a bad hair day.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and today I'm playing with Delney, but more importantly, I'm playing with Heir Apparent. You might notice that there's 39 of the same card in this deck, and that card is able to be played in any number in your deck, because the more hairs you have, the more tokens you get. When you have one Heir Apparent come into play, it checks how many other Heir Apparents there are and makes that many rabbit tokens. And because it only has 2 power, its ability gets doubled by Delney. And Delney makes it harder for any creature that has a power of 3 or more to block. It's going to make it so it's pretty much unblockable tiny little bunnies in a great big swarm. This deck has very few non-Heir Apparent cards. We've got about 40 lands and MDFCs, and a couple other ways to double up these token triggers. Either Roaming Throne, naming Rabbit, or something that's just, you know, making twice as many tokens, like Mondrak. I also have a little bit of good removal in here, especially removal that works well with Delney, some things that draw cards like Caretaker's Talent, Welcoming Vampire, Enduring Innocence, and Harvest Right Host, which also has extra rabbit synergy, which is pretty sweet, and some finishers, cards that are going to make it so your opponent, despite the number of bunnies, just can't deal with them, making them huge and flying, making their opponent's creatures smaller and yours bigger, or just making all of your bunnies as big as the number of bunnies you have. Banner of Kinship, a cool finisher here. This deck is very streamlined. Because it has so many of the same card, you will expect to do the same thing in almost every game. You will play a Hare, then you will play a Delney, then you will play 2 Hares. But we do have a bit more variety in this deck with lines of play depending on the kind of opponent we match up against. So let's take Delney and her bunnies into the queue and hop to it. The Mycotyrant. The more permanents that go into graveyard, the more fungus you make, and the bigger this fun guy gets. Mycotyrant grows and grows and grows based on the number of fungi and sapling you have in play. It makes those fungi and sapling at end step. I have Delney, and I have bunnies, and I have Mondrak. So I can make, hopefully, a whole lot of buns here. Start with Delney. So we got a 3rd land. And now they could, like, mill themselves and then play Mycotyrant this turn. They might set up something that's going to mill next turn. Since discarding your own cards, milling cards, there's a lot of different ways to get triggers for Mycotyrant. Okay, no, they just, you know, they're Golgari colors. They have good removal. And they use said removal to get rid of my commander. Bye, Delney. Behold, buns. Oh, I'm pondering it. The more self-mill they have, the more it's going to be happening here. Ah, rip my Heir Apparent. Couple permanents untapped. We mill. We mill. We mill. Now, I have one card that's actually going to be sweet if all of this mill goes through. Right now, since the fungi can't block, they're going to be milling 4. I'm trying to decide between playing Heir Apparent and holding up Fateful Absence to kill Mycotyrant, doing double Heir Apparent, or doing Mondrak here. I think I'm actually going to go for double Heir Apparent. Just lay out the most little critters that I can, because I don't think it's going to be the first turn that Mesmeric Orb comes down, does the thing, they do it, they play the Mycotyrant. I think it's going to be the 2nd turn, and I want to be ready. Like, them getting 4? Yeah, that's a lot. But if I wait another turn, it's going to be like 20. Well, you're a problem. It is also very worth noting that my cards, it's fine if they get milled. Come on, I want to draw Raise the Past. I'm like keeping an eye out for it. Not dead yet. This is me, like, debating how hard I want to race a Mycotyrant. The answer? Pretty hard. I'm gonna name Rabbit. Sun's out, buns out. Everybody in. You can kill one of the tokens, you can kill one of the hares. Yes, they buffed Haywire Might in Arena. And if they want to, they could get rid of the Herald's Horn with the Might. They're down to 10. And now they mill. Yeah, the life gain on Haywire Might is what I'm actually most worried about here. Because I do have a lethal swing potentially next turn. I have 12 damage on board. Yeah, they made it gain 3 life and it's a 1-2. Like, it's just good. I don't know why they buffed this. It was already strong. Sometimes I feel like Wizards of the Coast, when they're buffing cards, it's just like a card that somebody has as a pet card. Like, Nashi. Oh, the Imperiosaur, it's huge! Yes, I love this. Also, these are now all tapped. At 16, 16, a 10, 10. I'm milling, you're milling, we're all milling. Yep. Yep. So, like, keeping an eye out to see if the Raise the Past ends up in the graveyard. Because it would be very funny if it was. Okay, top card of my library. Is it a rabbit? Raise off the top would be so funny. I could even swing in with all the Hares first. I'll just have to swing in with these. You should kill them. No reason. No reason why. It's free. You can't take the damage. I just gotta make sure I have as much blocking power as possible because these are all like super tramplers. They're super tramps. Yeah, you getting a life. Didn't get rid of the horn. Raise the Past. Thank you so much for milling me. Each of these heir apparents is going to make 12 rabbits. So unless you got a hoof in hand, I'm in a pretty good spot here. You guys like my 127 rabbit tokens? Oh dear. No, that's not a deer, it's a rabbit. Yeah! This only took 4 mana too. Yeah, you should put Raise the Past. If you want a similar effect to this, there's also, what is it, Ascend to Avernus, and there's one other, like, mass reanimation of little dudes. It's a very hairy situation. Okay, here's Tyvar. They do not have enough money. Wow, mana for Tyvar. Can I just, like, make 16 block this? Ugh. It's gonna be really... I have to block your stuff or it is lethal. Let me figure it out first. Okay, good game. Apparently my opponent's a great guy named Kai. And he's playing Kaito. Hey there, Kaito. This Kaito gets more loyalty when your creatures hit your opponent. Can make your creatures unblockable and loot, make ninjas, and then get to this ultimate ability, which is whenever a player casts a spell, either player, you get a ninja. Ooh, a Sedasher Octopus. Rather than flashing it out as their own creature, they made it so when this hits, it's gonna draw a card. Well, when this hits, nothing's gonna happen. I'm just gonna... There's more bunnies. Oh, Storm Drake? Are they doing a little swap here? So something kind of cute here is this now can't block this, and this will now draw 2 cards when it hits. Thanks for the Storm Drake, though. That's kind of sick. I'm like, listen, this is a cool card. I'm gonna set up for some card draw. And I'll swing in with the Hare and the Storm Drake. Rainstorm! Removing your double Sedasher, your Sea Dasher Octopus and Spectral Sailor. Delney being my commander for this deck, like, yeah, she does stuff. Or they do stuff? I don't remember. I think it's they. They do stuff. But do I need Delney? Nah. I got other cards, like this one, that's gonna make bunnies and draw me cards. Alright, they are looting. This is unblockable anyway. This is even more unblockable. I'll be getting my first hare here. Delney's non-binary, so I assume, yeah, they, them pronouns then. Bunny 2, sequel to bunnies. There is no blocker, and there is no Kaito.
I need a new plan.
Thank you again for this Storm Drake. It's doing very well for me. Ooh, Surge Engine! This becomes an unblockable. Draws them some cards. It's a kind of cool card. It's also like a mana sink in blue. Wow, that's a lot of you. Aw, double triggers. I don't remember if this has like a weird trigger. Yeah, target of a spell, sacrifice it. Rabbit. Mm-hmm. Quite. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And we're swinging in just with the bigs, not with the littles. And next turn, I can use the Caretaker's talent to make my creature tokens get dummy thick. +2/+2. That's pretty good. Yeah, they see it. They're like, oh, 11 3/3s. Yeah, that's probably useful. It is. GG. Jetmir, Nexus of Revels. It's like a Crater Hoof Behemoth in the command zone that scales with the number of creatures that you have in play. Jetmir could honestly play Heir Apparent, because the wider you go, the better the creatures get. Starting with a little Vigilance, then some Trample, and then some Double Strike. And these add up to be +3/+0 Vigilance, Trample, and Double Strike, which is just kind of wins the game. It just kind of wins the game, because it's big. The best way to counteract Jetmir is to have instant speed removal, but this deck doesn't have that much of that, because this deck is very busy making bunnies. And that's what I'm going to do here. I also have a Skyclave Apparition as some removal potentially next turn, which will get double triggers on the way in and the way out with Delney, which can be good to slow them down, taking out 2 of their permanents, but could also give them 2 really big tokens. And just kidding, I don't even have a Delney anymore. All I have is Bun. Monkey? Huh. Well then. See if I get a land here. Hey, they stole my hair. I'm balding. Oh no! Well, if I can't use Delney to double abilities, then I'm gonna use everyone's favorite rabbit, Roaming Throne. That's a bunny, right? Everyone in agreement that's a bunny? Ooh, rabble, rabble. It's got bunny ears. Yeah, see these little right there? Right, that's bunny ears. Mm-hmm. Heir Apparent gets a double trigger, just as Delney would have done. And I'm going to swing in with both of these, because I need to be aggressive. Be aggressive. It has 6 legs, just like any other bunny? Yeah. Normal. Normal bunny. That's just what they look like. No, not a chocolate bunny. Regular bunny. Here comes Ragavan. Do you have a 0-cost creature? They do. They have Ornithopter. Exiling that is very tempting. Okay, if they play Jetmir next turn and attack in, am I just dead because of the rabble rousing? So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Okay. Actually gonna hit the Heir Apparent here because that's my creature. And swing in with everything. It's not a bunny. That's why it only exiled one thing. It's but a single bunnelby. I think you needed to block the roaming the large bunny. Because that was lethal. GG. Ulamog the Defiler. Ulamog the Defiler looks at cards in exile and exiles half of your opponent's deck when it gets cast. The more cards in exile, the bigger it gets, and the more Annihilator it has. That's right, it has Annihilator X, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on it. This is a colorless commander, and they are going to be ramping, and ramping. Apparently, they are also playing Crashing Drawbridge. The only thing I'm afraid of them giving haste is Ulamog. And I would rather use the Swords to Plowshares on the Ulamog. So far, my biggest problem is that I only have 2 lands, but, like, I don't need Delney. I can just play Heir Apparent. It's apparent I have hairs. They're on my head. And maybe they're on my board. Bunny. Got bunnies all the time. Which one's Urza's Cave? Ah, let's them search any land. Is my tome, gets them card drawn, a little bit of life gain. Ornithopter Paradise, that's more ramp. I'm going to be going for Delney here. By the way, there's something I should probably point out about how Delney interacts with Skyclave Apparition. Skyclave Apparition will exile 2 different targets when it comes into play, but when it leaves, it will also give them twice as many tokens. It's kind of double the upside and double the downside, so you gotta be careful about it. Ooh, Mightstone and Weakstone, R.I.P. Delney. Inspiring Statuary. Okay, so they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Which means that I have to either be ready to hit Ulamog with the removal, let half my deck get exiled. That's fine. I have things to sacrifice. Sacrificing 2 permanents when you got this many buns is not that hard. Bunny. We'll give you 2 tokens per exiled creatures. No, it actually combines the mana value of the permanents if multiple permanents get exiled. Yeah, so it's like where X is the mana value of the exiled card. So if I've exiled 6 mana value worth of permanents, 2 threes, it'll give them a 6. Yeah, it's cool. Come here, Ulamog. I know you want to exile half of my deck. I know you wanna. I would. Oh, Dreamstone Hedron. Okay. Besides, how much could it cost? 10 mana? Oh, Echoes of Eternity for the doubles. The dubs. Once again, bunnies. Bun. Oh, by the way, doubling, exiling half my deck just leaves me with a quarter of my deck. It does round up, though, I think. Yeah, rounds up. It's gonna double the ward. It's fun. Look at how many buns I got. I'm actually... One second. Because they were waiting to do that. They get a copy of the Ulamog. 2 of these get blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm actually going to hit the crashing drawbridge with Swords to Plowshares so they don't gain any life off it. To Ulamog. Come on, 3-tree city off the top. It would be so funny. Just a couple more hares. I sure am on 3 lands. Now, Ulamog may have Annihilator 8. They can maybe gain some life? No, Maze Mine's not quite at life gain in here. Or does this also get doubled? Is it also triggered ability? Oh, wait a minute. That's Annihilator 16, isn't it? I forgot about this doubling the Annihilator, because I think that's a triggered ability. Annihilator 8, genuinely, I can deal with. Yeah, okay, so, that's I have to sacrifice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hair. I forgot. I was like, I could sacrifice 8. No, 16, that's a problem. So, I hate to say it, I don't think I'm making it out of this one alive. Sometimes Eldrazi, they go hard. Mm-hmm, yes. Exiling the cards from my hand, of course. You love it, you mean you hate it? Perfect. And what's fun about this is they're going to have a perfect win. They're going to win with me having 0 permanents. Unless I, like, I don't know. Got a land with Flash here. I don't think I have a land with Flash. I'm just gonna do this so I don't have to deal with the Annihilator trigger. Come at me, bro! Come on, Pintanello. I like what you got going on here. Swing at me. Nice, nice, nice! A flawless victory! It was beautiful. Put it. Put it. Come on. It's your go. There we go. Took them a second there to be like, what if it's 0 mana settled right? It's not, I promise. That's not real. GG. The Gitrog Ravenous Ride. Gitrog monster is a fast and sacrificey kind of commander. You play big, high-powered creatures, and then you sacrifice them to Gitrog. But you can only sacrifice them if they are riding him. So you gotta play the frog. He has haste. You gotta tap to saddle up, and then you gotta deal some damage. And it's pretty easy to get damage through when your opponent is mostly playing 2/2s and 1/1s. Oh, I'm being asked, how many heir apparents do you need to build a deck. In Arena, all you need is 4 common wild cards, and you'll have enough Heir Apparents to put as many as you would like in a deck. Ooh, Scoot Swarm, Nightshade Dryad. Oh, and also he puts tons of lands into play after the sacrifice happens. You draw cards and you get lands into play, which is why this little Scoot Bug's gonna be a Scoot problem. Rabbit. But in true fashion, I'm just gonna do what we do. Try to get that 3-tree city going massive, so I can just unleash with this deck. I have enough mana to play Gitrog next turn, but nothing huge to sacrifice. Bunny, bunny. Bunny, 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 bunny. Oh, I play my Gitrog Ravenous Ride deck all the time. It's so much fun. So if I can keep all these bunnies alive, fingers crossed, 3-tree city will let me play everything in my hand next turn. Ooh, Damagoth! So because this is an 11-10, they're going to get to draw a card, and then this taps for 11 mana. You have to, like, put 1 mana in, but then 11 mana comes out. Oh, they're breaching! I guess they still have Gitrog mana. Okay, listen, the things you get from my deck are not going to be that good. Would you like the Welcoming Vampire? That actually is pretty good. Now, what do you get from your side of the deck? Oh my gosh, they got a Goreclaw. So good. Phyrexian Bear. I get Rog. Just crew it. I hate to say it's the answer, but it's the answer. I'm going to block with 6 poor little bunnies. I know. It's a tragedy. Heir Apparent. I gotta restock. The Flock. No, Selvala, they're tiny. Please stop triggering Selvala. They're very small. No, again, Selvala. They're not. I'm gonna hit Goreclaw, and I think Selvala. It's like the Scoot Swarm's also very tempting here. But like, I can hit the Demagoth Titan, I guess, instead. More Hares. I think I'm good to attack in here. I have enough bun that I don't mind, like, losing 1 to Welcoming Vampire and trading. I have 14 1/1s. So if this leaves, by the way, they're going to get 2 7/7 tokens, which is kind of fine since it means that, like, those can't block. Oh, there's the 6th land. The Scoot is now duplicating. Scoot-plicating. Would you like to replay the Gitrog monster? I'll block it with a very large number of rabbits. I don't need 17 mana. As cool as it is to have. Oh, okay. I choose white. I will name a rabbit. Rabbit. I'm just playing this to draw. It's just a land. Alright, these two can't block. And I just like pressing spacebar, so get in there! Ah, a couple 7/7s? Good for the soul. People are probably like, Amy, why didn't you do the math? Why would I do that? That's for blockers. How many Hares am I running in this deck? I think 39. Okay, no more bugs. And... oh, they're dead. As I said, the math, not for me, it's for them. Drana and Linvala steals your activated abilities and makes it so you can't use them. This hand is kind of mundane, but, like, it does what the deck wants to do, which is... apparently Hares. Ah, dang it. And each of my Hares is going to be gaining them life and coming in tapped. Drana and Linvala is oftentimes played as a stacks commander, and based on their opener, this is a stacks deck. Authority of the consoles, Thoughtseize, and then, hopefully, eventually, big flying ladies. Aw, they took out my card draw. Rude, but fair. Heir apparent enters, they gain a life, and I make no buns. Boromir prevents me from casting spells for free. Delney makes it so Boromir can't block. We got 2 whole damage in there. Let's go. At 4 mana now, Drana and Linvala. I'm like trying to think what activated abilities I have. Mondrak has an activated ability. Why make a couple bunnies this turn when next turn I can make a boatload of bunnies? By the way, I cannot make this indestructible. They can make Drana and Linvala indestructible by paying 3 mana and sacrificing to other creatures or artifacts. Oh, hey, Linvala. Drana and Linvala. The Tithe Taker? Yeah, I'm not doing much casting on their turn. Playing the Norn is actually so tempting here. No, I want to start bunning. Don't worry, my sweet. Next turn. Yeah, gain your life. Gain your life. Need more tokens. Maybe I should have led with Elish Norn just so they wouldn't be gaining life. You think they also have Drana in here? There's a couple different ones. There's like the reanimation one. There's the one that buffs up your attackers. Ooh, they're just going for aggro. However, the Eye Tyrant does have menace, so I can't block it. I take 9. Potentially lethal next turn. Listen. I know what I like. And it's this. I think I'll swing in with Delney. Just enough Hares. And this way, look, I'm leaving some back as blockers. Watch them have like a kill spell for Delney. Yay, you want to swords her? Swords them? I'm sorry, Delney. You deserve better than me. Hippity hoppity. Also slippity slappity. You can bring me to 1. Ooh, Boromir's coming in too. No, wait, never mind. He changed his mind. He's not into it. I am at 1. I have bunnies. And I do not have enough mana to get this to level up. So instead, everyone get in. It's a full-on flunge. And it's also lethal. Despite their life gain, we're just so dang wide. GG, Drana and Linvala. Geralf the Fleshright. If I remember right, he makes your zombies fly and can sacrifice them to make more zombies, but based on the toughness. I was completely wrong. This is the other Geralf. This is when you cast a spell during your turn, other than your first. It's a cast 2? Zombie Storm? Whenever a zombie you control enters, put a +1/+1 counter for each other zombie to enter the battlefield under your control this turn. Yeah, I've never seen this card before. What do you mean this was in Thunder Junction? No, it wasn't. I've never heard of this. Who are you? So I guess it's like a mono blue storm zombies? Not like rooftop storm, but kind of like a storm. That's pretty sweet with this medallion. Is he flesh right or flesh wrong? I love, by the way, when an intro happens and it's like, I played this set Unlimited. I played it extensively. I have no idea who this is.
Stick close. I got this.
Chromatic Star. More Grombies. This I'll play for the first week in an attempted Azorius Mentor deck. Oh, in Standard? Oh, that's cool. Fear of Isolation bringing this back. Should I be playing the White Medallion in this deck? I took out Pearl Medallion for Herald's Horn. And before you say you could play both, well, where do I make room for it? It's so hard. Grombies. I need the buns. Are you gonna be able to ult next turn? Sweet. Alright, now, do I full commit to bunnies? Or do I try to stop them from doing the Kaito thing? I cast a spell, getting a ninja. I don't care. More rabbits. If this was paper, then maybe I could just, like, throw a 101st card into the deck and nobody would know. They're not counting my deck. That's definitely never happened to me before. I've definitely never put too many cards in my deck. and not counted them correctly. It's not on purpose. It'll be just like, oh boy, I'm playing my deck. And then somebody will be like, oh yeah, could you type up the deck list for the thing? And I'll be like putting the cards into piles and like I'm writing them up, like put the lands over here, the creature over here. And as I'm typing them up into like Mox Field, I'm like, wait a minute. Why are there 102 cards? Or in one case, why is there 97 cards in this deck? Well, I try to just fill up every sleeve that I have. That's like, I'll count out 99 sleeves, because usually the 100th I try to do a different sleeve for the commander.
Stick to the shot.
Oh, you know what's probably really good with this, Geralf? The, is it called Shrieking Drake or something? Can't be blocked, right? Yeah. The thing that, like, it enters, you bounce a permanent, so you just keep casting it over and over and over. It's like a 1 mana bounces itself or something else. Shrieking Drake? Yeah, I bet Shrieking Drake goes absolutely nutty with this. Don't question it. It's fine. Open up the star. You're the star. You're a star. Yeah, when I say I'm a casual Magic player, I mean, yeah, I'm kind of paying attention. So they already plussed Kaito. That's why I was surprised to see you couldn't be blocked. Also, I don't know why they were waiting so long there.
We got your cool tech.
Delney? Yeah, but these aren't too large for that. That's not how Delney works. Little creatures can block little creatures for Delney. Boop. You get free card draw. You love card draw.
I'm done here.
He had plenty of loyalty. And I have plenty of bunnies. So we'll probably have to do a bunch of bunny sacrifice next turn. Thinking if I attack in there, they block Heir Apparent and Delney. I'll probably want to be a little bit more defensive, though. Cracking open the Chromatic Star, looking for some cards. Experimental Augury lets them, I guess, proliferate these two. And that's spell number 1 they've cast. Mercurial Spelldancer is spell number 2. And it's zombie time! Oh my god, the double Delney! The Doug Dimmet Delney! Wait. Oh my gosh. It's a 4/4. So, like, hey. Yeah, maybe I should be trading with some. It's fine. I could go for minimal blocks. Oh, that's one too many. I'm just gonna trade off a lot of these little tokens. But I want to leave the Heir Apparent alive because that's what gets me more bun. I'm taking 4 here, I think. Spelldancer is unblockable, like fully unblockable. Welcoming Vampire, saying, hey! to the hare, which will get me 10 1/1 tokens and a card drawn. Oh, 8, sorry, because it's each other. Cool. I'm not dead yet. I got like 3 whole turns and then I'm dead. Maybe less. Oh no, it's less. Oh, that's got doubles. Nice. Fear of Isolation swings in the air, and the Spell Dancer still unblockable. My poor toy. Imagine if a Risen Reef deck had a deck could have any number of cards named Risen Reef. I would love that so much. I love Risen Reef. Yes, these 2 evasive creatures are going to be currently my end. Ah, dang it. Well, at least I'm making a lot of rabbits. That feels pretty good. So we get a lot of buns. And I'll swing in with everything. Why not? Delney! And death. Congratulations, Geralf the Fresh Right and MJC46. This is the first time I've seen this deck, and I think it's real cool. Please kill me. I know you can make the clock. Good game. There we go. GG. Flubs, the Fool. Flubs is a weird way of playing off the top of your deck, because if you have cards in your hand, you better discard them. Unless you're, you know, just playing straight off the top. But Flubs is kind of cool. It's a bit of like a Temur Storm Landfall kind of deck. I don't know if I want to keep this. It's a very mundane start. It's we play the bunny and then we get more bunny. I'm gonna throw this back. I think we could get something cooler. This has like the lineup of you play the hare, then you play the Delney, then you play 2 hares. It's a lot of damage. See, this one's cooler because it has a 3-tree city in it. Which means I'll have a lot of mana for no reason. Maybe I'll get to draw like Moonshaker Cavalry or Elvish Norn or something. That would be cool. Told you really enjoyed the Cats deck. The Cats deck I haven't put up on YouTube yet at the time that I'm recording this. I need to edit it tonight. Oh, also, oftentimes this is running lots of 0-cost spells, so you could just kind of keep on digging through your deck. What's more fun to say, Glarb or Flubs? Well, what about Helga? Can't exclude any frogs here. They're all good frogs. We play the Hare Apparent. Apparently a hare. It's a bunny. They're probably not going to play Flubs until their hand is mostly empty. Oh, hey, Jashiok. Bonesaw. It's ready. What else you got? You think Helga's a good frog, but not a fun name? It's just like a regular name. Kind of mundane. Here comes Delney. Adventures are also cool with Flubs because you just play the adventure side and it takes it out of your hand. Aww. Bolting poor Delney. Okay, there they go. Rabbit. Rabbit. More rabbits. What? Yeah, you have an activated ability. It's called Briber's Purse. I'm busy making mana for more mana. Really cool. 3-Tree City is amazing in this deck. This is actually the deck, other than Goblins, I've gotten the most out of with 3-Tree City. Most Typal decks, I don't think, are actually able to get much value out of this. But because this goes so wide, all on one creature type... Oh, yeah. That's a land. Still 2 cards in hand. Use some of that mana to level up Druid class. They have 5 mana right now, because of the Rose Thorn Acolyte. Flubs, what do you care to do? Play an additional land on your turn? That sounds pretty good. Flubs also lets you do that. What does Esper Sentinel do? Makes your opponent pay a tax equal to its power for the first non-creature spell they cast in a turn, or you get to draw a card. Okay, hey Hugs. Hugs also lets them play additional lands. Stonecoil Serpent for 0, just getting rid of it. Okay. If I do this first, I get 3, 4, 3-Tree City, 10, Delney, Hare, Esper Sentinel. Uggs can't block. Be swinging with everything. And I have so much bunny power. I have 30 rabbits in play. Remember how I just said, like, I don't usually get that much with 3-Tree City. 30 mana. 30. GG Flubs. Vren, the Relentless, makes Relentless Rats. I am going to mulligan here for some removal. That's cool. Something that mutes some abilities. Vren is going to be probably either Rat Colony or Control, because you want to have a lot of rats if you're making these Relentless Rat tokens. Vren the Relentless is also about killing your opponent's stuff. So the more creatures that have been killed that your opponent controls, the more of these rat tokens you make. I hope I get a 3rd land. It would be good. It would be good to get a 3rd land. While I sit here and wait. Yeah, I think Heir Apparent matches well into Rat Colony because of the 1/1 bunny tokens being good for blocking them. This might be more of the Dimir Control kind of deck, based on the seeing a 3 steps ahead. I am playing Heir Apparent. Does it get countered? What's the dealio? You're sitting there. You're holding priority. Does it resolve or does it not? Nope. Okay. Yep. Oh, it does. Cool. It's a 2/2. It's a bear. Well, it's a rabbit. It's whatever it needs to be. Hey, opponent. Here go. Okay. Black Market Connections. Ooh, that's a fun one. Have a Delney. Not just a rabbit, but a rabbit noble. Very hoity-toity. There's my family tree. This is a rat. And that is a Vren. I can take away Vren's abilities here, or I can just, like, make a bunch of stuff for Delney. I already know what I want to do. I want to make a bunch of stuff for Delney. Give me the buns. Swing in with Delney. Can't block. Pay the 6. Please pay the 6. Please pay the 6 and also don't kill these. I need them for stuff and reasons. Okay, so Delney does go to exile. I put it back into the command zone. But they lost 3 life from that. Ooh. Very much, playing with blood here. Which member? You're down to 3 life. Look, yeah, you're gonna get a bunch of rat tokens. Why did they pay with life on this? They had mana to spare. Could be a kill spell or a counter spell. I assume it's a counter spell for Delney. Okay. I'll sit here. You can't pay the 6 anymore. I know it's heartbreaking. Aw, typhoid rats! It's a baby. They're swinging with everything. How much damage is that? 18, 19, 20, 21? That's not lethal. See? 1 isn't 0. My bun! No bun. They got 2 blockers here. I have removal though, so I am going to pop the typhoid rats. I guess also I could hit this rat token, because if you remove its ability, it just becomes nothing. Swing in, we deal a damage. They lose a life to this. They sure did. Pay the 6. Going out the way I would go. Another Omnath, Locus of the Royal. I have the potential to make a lot of mana off a 3-tree city, and also make a lot of bunnies. I'll keep this and hope that I draw some interesting things while my opponent ramps. Most Omnath decks, I don't actually get to finish the game against them, because what they do is they put a lot of lands into play and they take a lot of game actions, but they don't like win on one turn. I've noticed a lot of Omnaths that are just like, well, I'm a landfall deck. Let's see how many game actions we can take. And the answer is a lot of game actions. A lot of them. Broker's Hideout. They're grabbing this, getting them landfalls. Based on the fact that they've played 2 of these auto-sacrificing lands, I think that this is probably the same version of the Omnath deck I've seen hovering around a bit this week. So my good friend CGB put out an Omnath deck and said, hey, did you know Omnath's still good? And everybody who was like, Omnath? Never heard of him. Decided to give him a whirl. Omnath, by the way, always been awesome. Once we got the fetch lands in Arena, especially, Omnath went bonkers. I like going 3-tree city Delney next turn. Rabbit. Delney? You want to crack open that Fabled Passage? Get an island. Counter Delney. Get a mountain. Get a lightning bolt. Get a forest. Cool. They're just like, I don't need to be holding priority here. No, you don't. Yeah, landfall in general tends to be really good. Aw, teeny tiny hobbit. They didn't play her yet. This discounts their commander. Getting that hare. Followed by more hare. Followed by attacking for 4. Now got 9 for the 3-tree city. They have 6 mana. But no double blue yet, unless it's for a legendary creature, so I don't have to worry at this exact moment in time about a River's Rebuke. Oh no. That could get them the thing. Omnath is just like sitting here like, yeah, I'm part of this deck. Don't. What did I just say? I said don't. Nobody listens to me. Nobody listens to me. I say don't, and when they do, they do it. Make no bunnies. I called it. Is it a called shot or is it just trauma? I'm in this spot where it's like, I know that mana. I've been here before. Hi, Omnath. Omnath will bop my face for a damage. Boop. Yep, there's the boop. I've played against too many blue decks, and I've also played too many blue decks. I don't even feel like I play that many blue decks, but clearly I play enough. Get some buns. Bada bun, bada bun. Mondrak. That way, next turn, my bunnies will become even more bunnerific. Hi, Lumra. Lumra will mill and then bring some lands back. Oh, look at all that mana. Also, Omnath can get, like, huge here. Extra chunky. Lumra's also an elemental. Sweet. The card draw is going to be happening. They have 2 mana up still. Funkin' like a monkey. To tweet to be funky. Well, he's going to be chunkier than most monkeys. My favorite monkey is a 2/1. He's a pirate. He makes treasure tokens. Ook, ook. Number sure does go up. They have 12 cards in hand and no Reliquary Tower. The monkey's a menace? Oh, no! Ragavan's my friend. Spelunking. If only they had that before. These all would have come in untapped. That would have been horrible. I would have hated it. The monkey doesn't have menace? Yeah! But sometimes he has haste if you cast him for his dash cost. Because he's a very dashing monkey. Hi, Nissa. Not attacking in, sure. Discarding to hand size that I got to discard 4. Saying, bruh. Bro. Is Landfall doing landfall things? That is what landfall does. Next turn, it's actually going to be a much longer turn. Heir Apparent. Let's get a very, very large number of buns. Use the 3-tree city. For bunnies. Upon bunnies. Upon bunnies. I'm going to pay this mana while I got it, because it's floating. Mondrak is now indestructible. None of these can block. Honestly, Nissa feels like she's the target. Omnath's so easy to replay. Do I have enough bunnies? I'm not sure if I do. I'm not sure if I do. Ugh, Pock. I'll just, whatever. Make them play it again. Enjoy your 13 gained life. I have 54 rabbits. It's fine. I'm just like out here trying to reduce the likelihood that I get Cyclonic Rifted. Please. Oh god, it's traverse the Outlands with a Spelunking. How many basic lands did I even have left? Oh, enough. See, I'm really glad that, like, Omnath's not here for this, because at least now they're not drawing cards. Rakdos Charm I don't actually think is in Arena. Boros Charm's in Arena. But we don't have the full cycle. Selesnya Charm? I'm not sure if that one's in Arena either. Was the indestructible one? Mm-hmm. Gee, it sure is mana around here. Rakdos Charm was in Foundations. Oh, so Rakdos Charm is now in Arena. And they take an extra turn. Yep. That's how it goes. Hi, Omnath. You wanna bop one of my Hares or Delney? My face? They're escaping to the city. Lets them play even more lands. Hi. Oh, no. Not you. It's not the one that deals 3 to everything, but it's the one that gets used to double extra turn spells. Wait, no, somebody else is saying it wasn't in Foundations? It wasn't in the starter kit or anything? No, Boros Charm was. Okay. Boros Charm was in Foundations. Thank you. That makes more sense to me. Do I just, like, fast forward until my next turn? What do you guys think? It's gonna be a while. Probably? Okay. Ah, man. All right. They found it. GG, Omnath. I got book club tonight. I haven't finished reading the book yet. Starts in like 40 minutes. Oh my god, it's Shrufus Sproutsire. Shrufus is perhaps the best commander of the decade because his name is Shrufus. This is probably going to be like a Voltron kind of commander. You get out the Shroof, and then you raise the roof. Yeah, you want to make Shrufus big, because the more damage Shrufus does, the more saplings you get. Hi, would you like to play Shrufus? Hello, Shrufus. So normally this is where I would go ahead and throw down Delney. But this is instead going to be a Felia and Swords to Plowshares turn. The first ever non-token Saproling. Bark, bark. Hi, I'm a good puppy. You should give me 10,000 pets on the head. He's legendary and non-token. What a hero. I'm gonna start spitting out more buns. The puppy gets to play with the bunnies. Yeah, when I was looking if I wanted to include Ephemerate in this deck, I was like, I actually kind of like Felia in here more. Even though, like, being 2 mana competes a lot with the bunny spots, it has an ability that could be doubled by Felia. Okay, it's not going to get doubled here because I've already thrown her. Or, like, Delney gets doubled. You know what I'm trying to say. Maybe. Things are happening. Have a Delney. You may play Shrufus. You may grow the Shrufus. Hey, Shrufus. And I would do this on your turn, but defense grid. So just gonna scooch out of the way and swing in and bunny stuff. Bye, Shrufus. Shrufus is cute. Shrufus is very weak to single target removal. Zerth San, the Trickster. And only one land in this hand, so we're going to Mulligan. This seems a bit better. This is a land. We have the 3-tree city, which, as you may have already seen, is pretty sweet in this deck. And we're up against somebody who's trying to steal our permanents from the graveyard. Thankfully, most of the permanents in my deck are not that good. They're heir apparents. They're, you know, good when you have a lot of them. Not so good otherwise. I expect them to have a lot of kill spells and counter spells. Or this could be the rare Zerth San Rogues deck. Though it's probably not. Zerth San is usually just here to flash out after you finally had a turn where you didn't need to cast any kill spells or counter spells. And then you can use him to block. When he hits your opponent, you get to bring back some of the cards that you've made your opponent discard. Because they're in black, they have discard spells too. And any countered spells go into the graveyard. Try to bring out Delney here. Delney resolves, and I'll swing in with the Heir Apparent. Stoic Sphinx. That's a good flashy card, but it can't block. Too much power. Also, that was a 3-mana 5/3. Because of the Sapphire Medallion, they only have to pay a little mana. Maybe this is a Dimir Flash? Maybe. There are some cards that synergize with Dimir Flash as like an archetype. Do you mind? Rabbit. Buns. Upon buns. We are going wide, and 3-tree city's doing the 3-tree city thing. Swing in. Waterlogged Teachings. Tutors for an instant or a card with flash. I hope it's not like a nifty rift. With like one more land, they can overload, I think, Cyclonic Rift. Because they have 5 mana now, and it would cost 6 instead of 7. Could be Aetherized. Oh, it could be Aetherized. We'll know what it is, though. This gets revealed. Elrad trying to goad them into killing all of my heir apparents at once, so I can bring them back. It would be delightful, wouldn't it? You are sure thinking deep and hard about this. Yeah, I don't think there's any instant speed board wipes in these colors. There's one in white. There is an instant speed -2/-2, but they're very unlikely to be running it. It's not that good of a card. Deadly Cover-Up is a sorcery. They can't search for it. I don't know what they were going to search for, but they didn't. Sure, I guess we win. Helga, Skittish Seer. A kind of scary commander because of her ability to grow, generate more mana, draw more cards, and just play a suite of sweet cards as long as they have a mana cost of 4 or more. This hand has some Hares, it has a Herald's Horn, and hopefully I get a 3rd land. It also has Banner of Kinship, which in this deck kind of is like a coat of arms. That's why I'm running it. I actually haven't gotten to land this yet, because every time I've gotten close, I just had lethal anyway. But the dream of having like 20 heir apparents that all become 20/20s, oh, I'm living it. They didn't have any turn 1 ramp, that's good for me, and I did draw removal, so maybe I can hit Helga before she taps and gets the stuff. It's freaking Helga. She's good. Like Destiny Spinner. Wait. Oh, because they hate counter spells. I 100% understand. I am going to use the Herald's Horn here, naming Hare, Rabbit, To discount these, so they only cost 1 mana to cast. It's a nombo with Delney. That's why Banner of Kinship, you only ever want to cast this when it's your winning strike. I don't think that Banner of Kinship is something you play just to, like, get a little value. It's a reason I'm not running, like, any of the other banners, is because I think that the best way to use the card is to kill somebody all at once. And as much as I'd love to play the Hare here, I think it is more important that I get rid of Helga. Yeah, it's kind of like how I'm also running Moonshaker Cavalry and the 7-mana Elish Norn. And I'm doing it because of, like, I just want a big finisher. And I guess I should say finisher? I hardly know her. I got this Get Lost. There's only going to be one target for it. Unless I guess they play an enchantment or planeswalker. I'll wait and see. Hi, Helga. Killed the Shalai. And let's see if we get a land. Top card. Hey, that's a Hare. To me. It is to me. Chulane, Teller of Tales, a great way to go deeper and deeper and deeper into the deck. Getting them cards drawn and lands put directly into play so you can keep casting spells. Yeah, these two work so nicely together. Especially because Chulane triggers Helga. There we go. Pop down to Plains. Banner of Kinship. It doesn't matter that Delney's not making anything unblockable, and they weren't anyway. Name Rabbit. And we get 10 counters, which means that all of our rabbits get +10/+10. As I said, in this deck, its function is to be like a Craterhoof behemoth. It's not supposed to be a small buff, it's supposed to end the game. And that's what it's gonna do here. Because I'm swinging in with like 100+ damage. GG. There's nothing you can cast for 2 creature-only mana that has an X cost in its spell, or cost 4 mana that would stop this. You can't use that mana for a Boseiju. Also, Boseigu's already in play. Come on, let my funny bunnies do the thing. You know what? There is one card that would blank this. The sacrifice a white creature to Fairy's protection kind of spell, because it prevents your life total from changing. That is the one card that they could possibly have that would stop this. Is it Fog? Nope, they cannot cast Fog. There is... Okay, there is a Convoke Fog. Nobody would ever run it. Flare of something. Yeah, Flare of the white one. This is Assault Rope. Bro, come on, you're playing Helga. Flare of Fortitude? Yeah, that one. Alright, I'll just fast forward to the end, I guess. Oh, there we go. Now that's a lot of damage. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars. Delney and the bunnies do some work, and it can get overwhelming seeing how much mana you can produce off things like 3 Tree City. This deck is very fun, and, well, if you like mono-white aggro, it goes really, really wide. As you saw in this video, cards like Raise the Past are also exceptional. Because so many people run board wipes and you want ways to recover, Raise the Past, and I'll say kind of the sister cards, Rally the Ancestors, Ascend from Avernus, I'm only running Raise the Past in this, are all a really great way to bring everything back. I think that Ascend from Avernus is especially nice because it's only a little bit more mana, and it also lets you bring back Delney, which is pretty sweet. This deck performed really well while I was recording it. We had some pretty great games, considering the lack of variety of different types of cards in this deck. We had a pretty good variety of games played, which to me is a mark of a pretty interesting deck. There's different lines of play, a lot of good decisions on whether you attack or not, and of course you get to make tons and tons and tons and tons of bunnies and swing in with them, which I think is pretty fun. If you're looking for the deck list, it is in the description below. And if you'd like to suggest a commander, or I guess in this case, a theme, somebody else also said they would like to see Phineas Heir Apparent, so maybe we can do that too. Please let me know in the comments below. I write down all of the various suggestions and I let my Twitch chat vote on them, so they get to pick the decks we do. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.